Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I'm going to chat with you guys about something that I think everyone needs to see, and this is probably a video I need to remake many times. It will save so many people so much money out there. And it comes up and people are like, well, you always talk about most of the supplement industry being scams, what can we do about that to change it? And the problem is you can't, right? You can't change it. The supplement industry itself has no incentive to make products that work. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to say that if they actually make products that really help you build muscle or lose body fat, it's to their disadvantage. They will lose money and create problems for themselves if they actually make products that work. Okay, so they have an enormous incentive to heavily market products that do not work. Okay, they make way more money with less headache if they sell things that don't actually work. Now, people are like, what? So this is why it's a scam. This is why it's a scam that will never end unless laws are completely changed. The whole idea of what a controlled substance is, prohibitions in the U.S. on performance-enhancing drugs are removed. Okay, until you do that, they cannot make products that work. It is illegal. It's illegal for them to make products that work. So when they do, they only put them out a short time and get them off the shelf. If they do make any, they make their money quick. It's usually considered to be even the less ethical companies. Right? And then they get them off the shelf, make their money quick, and then remove it because it's illegal. And that's probably mind-blowing for a lot of people who've wasted a lot of money on supplements. And it really, the industry itself doesn't want people like me making videos telling you this because it's like their whole honeypot is gone. When people understand that any product that really builds muscle, the FDA will then classify as a drug that requires a prescription. And we already have plenty of those that work way better. You know what they're called anabolic steroids. That's what actually builds muscle, and they're heavily controlled. And nothing that the supplement industry makes really going to compete with that. And people buy all that on the black market anyways. All the people, they're using the models to sell you the products. The influencer selling you the product, they all use drugs. They use controlled substances. They don't use these products. Like, why would they? They know they don't work. They would be illegal to sell if they actually worked. So, by the very nature of the laws, they have no choice but to sell you garbage. And it creates an even more unethical industry because everyone at the top understands this. The people making the products understand this. Right? They know that they're part of an illegitimate industry for the most part. And they don't have a choice. If they choose to go into that business, it is understood already. They can't be ethical. They can't sell you products that work. Because if a product actually helps build muscle, it becomes illegal to sell it without a prescription. Or illegal to sell it at all if they can't get the prescription when it becomes a controlled substance. All right? How about fat loss? The same thing. And you see that, look at all these new drugs that came out that actually are proven to help lose 2 or 3 pounds of body fat. All right? That's been the whole new wave of stuff that's come out. Everyone's getting prescriptions for it. And then understand, drugs that are proven to help you lose 2, 3, 5 pounds are prescription level. And when they're proven to do that, everyone wants them. And that's why all these things have been heavily prescribed. There's doctors giving them out. And that's going to create problems because, again, they're not the best way to go about it. But that is what you're dealing with. When something actually will help you lose 3 or 5 pounds of body fat, my God, that is a powerful drug. And it's going to be controlled by the FDA. Now, people say, what about other countries? Other countries don't make that many supplements. It's really the US is where it's all marketed from. That is your big base. And then that's redistributed through the world. Okay, first world countries. So here's the problem you have then. Those laws are what's going to dictate what's on the market. But you see the case of even a lot of these newer fat loss drugs. I can't remember all the names for them. A lot of them have been for diabetes and other stuff. Okay? People are flocking to that because it's proven to work. The stuff you're buying at the store doesn't work. The over-the-counter weight loss pills and fat burners can't work. Remember when ephedrine was proven? Remember ephedra was when I was younger, over 20 years ago. Ephedra was the big hit. Everyone's like, oh my God, it actually works. It actually works. Okay? Now, government agencies claim because one guy died from overdosing on it, although we need to have a big situation. You know, you'll die if you overdose on Tylenol. No one said pull Tylenol off the shelf, right? Take a whole bottle of Tylenol, it'll be the last mistake you ever make. Okay? They pulled it off the shelf when a big study came out that showed that it actually helped with fat loss, like a measurable amount confirmed in a lab. And it wasn't a huge amount. They pulled it off the shelf, so it became an illegal substance. Why? Because we call that a drug. That's no longer a supplement. Anything that is capable of changing tissue to that degree, building 2 or 3 pounds of muscle, burning 2 or 3 pounds of fat, just by adding it to whatever else you're doing, like if you're already dieting and exercising, anything strong enough to do those things is a drug. And once it's proven to work, with independent studies, it becomes illegal. It gets outlawed. Let that sink in. So when you understand this and then you see the supplement industry selling products, they're all aware of this. Their lawyers are aware of this. Their upper management are all aware of this. Then you realize the whole thing is a sham. And it's because the law's in place. They don't allow it. So either you get rid of the whole industry claiming to make these products, but they got their own exceptions written, right? They have their own special laws in the U.S. that were written 30 years ago so they could make money. It's the whole Supplement Act, right? But when you realize that they have an exception that allows them to put out products still, but they can't put out products that actually do those things, you realize the entire industry has to be a scam. It has no choice. So anyone who chooses to be a part of it has to be involved in a scam. They can either be involved in a scam or they can not be involved in the industry. There's no in between, and it's because of the laws and culture that's been created. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.